Today in my garden, thought I'd do a little tour and show you what's going on this early springtime. Couple of things. The garden is still quite messy. I haven't started weeding or clearing up because there is a chance we could always get another frost before May. And as I mentioned in one of my posts the other day, if you leave dead foliage on your plants, air frost will attack that rather than the new growth. Also, we have a few mud spots. It's more like slip and slide, if you remember having a slip and slide when you were a kid. So we're going to have to get some turf and lay it down. For some reason the grass seed just didn't take in these spots, so we figure laying turf will be a fast fix. Okay, let's go for a tour. I am standing by my back door, and this is the view from my back door. One of my forsythias with a passion flower. Is this the passion flower leaves? Yeah, a passion flower growing through it. And I've got jasmine, star jasmine. That's star jasmine. It's now at the time where I can open the greenhouse and let the plants get some air and sun. We have got, that's my bergamot mint. I'm so glad I put it in here over the winter because it's, as you can see, it's coming back. That makes wonderful tea. This is a limequat. So it's a cross between a kumquat and a lime, and it's actually quite nice. I don't know what this is, but it's some sort of citrus. Chamomile, Sweet William. Now, when I was hanging out the clothes this morning, I came upon a little surprise. Growing under my clothesline are these wild violets. Aren't they beautiful? So I've already asked Michael when he does the first mow of the season not to mow under the clothesline so they can self-seed and come back next year. Moving on, I actually now have two mulberry plants. This is the original one that looked like it was dying, so I wrote to the company and told them what was happening, sent them pictures. They sent me a replacement, which, as you can see, is coming into fruit. So I'm very happy about that. First zucchini of the season. I think these are marigolds. I always save my marigold seed and replant the following year to plant with my tomatoes. No idea what this is. This is night scented stock, and if you've ever smelled night scented stock on a warm summer evening, it's absolute heaven. I mean, it puts night blooming jasmine to shame. That's how nice it is. Over here, lemon balm, lavender mint, which is really, really nice. I've been trimming today. This makes a nice tea as well. This is chocolate mint, and it's exactly how it's described. It's like a peppermint patty or a junior mint. It also makes wonderful tea. Corsican mint. I am sowing this to use in between the paving slabs, both on the patio and the path we put in a couple of years ago. That's those. These are ones I just sowed the other day, and they're already coming up, which is nice. As you can see, sustainable. I reuse my yogurt pots till I can't use them anymore. And this was a surprise because I left this out all winter and I didn't think it would survive. That's bergamot. And bergamot is the flavoring they put in Earl Grey tea. So I'm looking forward to seeing if that flowers this year. This is a climbing rose. It is supposed to be red. Let me get the tag. Yeah, it's going to look like that. I do have one red rose on the rose arch, but it's not a climber. It's a standard. So I'm going to put that on the opposite side of the rose arch and see if it grows over and above. And let's carry on and see what I mean, bald spots. Nero is doing well. I sowed more zucchini and more rainbow chard. There's one coming up. These pansies are edible, but I have yet to pick them to eat. I see the slugs. Oops, that's out of focus. I see the slugs have been at these two Cavallonero, so I'm going to have to get out the eggshells. Now, moving on, here's a funny little surprise. When I empty my plastic pots in autumn, winter, I always rewash them with an antibacterial detergent and save for next year, trying to be sustainable. So I always chuck out the old compost wherever there's a spot. And I did that last year, not realizing that in one of those pots was a tropea onion coming. So I've got a tropea onion coming up that I'll harvest at the end of the year, late autumn, whenever it's time. The damson is just starting to come into blossom now. And I'm hoping, because we had such a brutal winter, I should get quite a lot of fruit this year. Damsons love freezing weather. I think that clump and that clump are bluebells. These were the snowdrops that came out in January. That yellow primrose, that one, and that one are the 99p a pot primroses. I got a little a few weeks ago. And here's my darling Maxie Boy's ball that he used to play with. Why is this thing going out of focus? Over here, oh, this is where the apple tree and the pomegranate bush are going. Over here are the wild violets. I picked and repotted, so those are now doing well. The honeysuckle is starting to really come out. That rose there, that's the red rose that I said isn't a climber, but it sure looks like it's climbing. The first of the honeysuckle have now gone over, so this will be the spring-summer honeysuckle that's coming into leaf. There's the wreath I made for a star. Bleeding hearts are out now. That's the first one. White one. And this one is blood red. I accidentally put this in the garage when I was putting plants into overwinter. That could have stayed out all year, but that's coming along now that it's got some sun. That is a dwarf lilac. So it's coming into bud. This is also a lilac, the color standard in the garage, and I had to get a replacement apple tree because the first one they sent died. So I put this one in the garage, and as you can see, it's coming into leaf. It gets plenty of sun. This is south facing, so it gets plenty of sun. And when it's a little bit bigger and when it's warmer, that'll go in that spot in the back I showed you. I'm ending this video with my favorite mantra: why buy when you can pick your own? I wish you could smell these. Actually, I wish you could see them a bit better. The sun's coming in, so you can't really see the color. Let me get closer. That really doesn't help. No, but anyway, the perfume from these hyacinths is just absolute heaven. I really wish you could smell them. Anyway, I hope you liked today's tour. There will be more as the seasons progress and things start happening in the garden.